Good morning, students. Today is 13th August 2020. I'm going to take an English class for you. Standard 9th, title 17 Oranges. See here, you can see Unit 4, Prose, 17 Oranges. The author of this lesson is Bill Norton. About the author, William John Francis Norton, known as Bill Norton, born in the year 1910, passed away in the year 1992, was an Irish-born playwright and author. He worked as a weaver, coal bagger, and lorry driver before he started writing. His preferred environment was working class society, which is reflected in much of his work. He wrote many novels, short stories, plays, and children's books. He is best known for the play Alfie. His 1977 children's novel My Pal Spadger is an account of his childhood in 1920s Bolton. Now here you can see a short summary of this lesson. See here, the narrator used to work at the shipyard carrying fruits and other goods to the docks in his pony cart. The narrator loved oranges so much that he could eat a number of oranges without a break for hours. The narrator was once again caught with his 17 oranges because his apron string broke, and a policeman, Pongo, noticed that the narrator's pocket was somewhat bulging. So the policeman looked into the narrator's pockets and found there were 17 oranges. Pongo wanted to set an example for the rest of the employees at the dock of the necessity of being honest and of the dire consequences of stealing anything from the dock. When the narrator was locked in the cabin, he lost hope in life, felt afraid that he would lose his job. The narrator ate all the oranges to get rid of the evidence. Pongo looked everywhere for the oranges. He looked in the narrator's pockets and in his apron. As there was no evidence, he left against the narrator. The policemen were not able to bring any charges against the narrator. He felt sick for a week, and those oranges kept working away in his stomach. That was a bitter experience for him. Well, thereafter, he was never crazy about oranges. Now see here, here's a mind map. If you are not able to write the answer in a paragraph form, you can write in this form also. See here, you have to write the name of the lesson, author's name, put a mind map heading there and write like this. The narrator worked where he worked. He worked at Swift Delivery Company. What was his work? Carrying fruits and other goods to the docks in his pony cart. See here, next one. Had irresistible love for oranges. Irresistible means the narrator had loved oranges so much that he could eat a number of oranges without a break for hours. So what happens here? The narrator was once caught with his 17 oranges because his apron, see this apron, you can see in the picture, is wearing a dress that is called apron. Here what is meant by apron? A protective garment worn over the front of one's cloth and tied at the back. What is meant by apron? A protective garment worn over the front of one's cloth and tied at the back. See here, once he was caught by the security guard named Pongo. So what he did? He wanted to punish him. He wanted to set an example for the rest of the employees at the dock of the necessity of being honest and of the dire consequences of stealing anything from the dock. See here, he wanted everyone to be honest in the dock. Suppose if you steal a single thing from the dock, really you are going to meet the consequences. So he wanted to teach a lesson to this boy. See here, when the narrator was locked. So what he did? The policeman locked the narrator in a room, left the cabin to bring another policeman. He went to call another policeman. So in the meantime, the narrator was afraid. He was locked in a room. This will be a great shameful for him. If the evidences are proved, he will lose his job also. So what he did? In the meantime, when the policeman went, in the meantime, what he did? The narrator ate all the 17 stolen oranges. He swallowed all the pips and peels also. So what is the meaning of pips? Small hard seeds in a fruit. Small hard seeds in a fruit. He ate that also. Now after eating that, for a second or for a minute, he was happy, as he had left no evidence of stealing oranges. As he has left no evidence of stealing the oranges. Pongo looked everywhere for the oranges. The security guard returned back. He came back with other policemen. He wanted to punish this boy. He searched here and there for the 17 oranges, but he couldn't find. He looked at the narrator's pockets and his apron. Now what happened? As there was no evidence left against the narrator, the policemen were not able to bring any charges against the narrator. So there was no evidence. The policemen were not able to charge him for stealing also. After that, what happened? He felt sick for a week, and those oranges kept working away in his stomach. That was a bitter experience for him. Well, thereafter, he was never crazy about oranges. Thank you, children.